If your fine hair falls flat no matter what you do, you might be making one of these mistakes and not even realizing it. Oh, and I just found a new volumizing product for fine hair that is literally life-changing, but here's the catch. I'm sneaking it in somewhere in this video, so if you want to know what it is, you're going to have to pay close attention, no skipping. I know firsthand just how frustrating fine hair can be. One wrong move and it's like boom, flat, lifeless, limp hair. But the good news is once you know what's causing it, you can fix it and you can fix it fast. So let's get right into the mistakes that flatten fine hair and how to fix them. Product mistakes. Using the wrong shampoo and conditioner. You want to avoid heavy or ultra hydrating shampoos and conditioners. These products are packed with heavy butters and oils that may work for thick hair, but for fine hair, it actually weighs our hair down. You're going to want to look for lightweight, volumizing, or scalp balancing shampoos. Most people don't realize this, but you're going to want to leave your shampoo in for at least 1 minute, emulsify it, and let it do its job. If you rinse it out too quickly, it might not release all of the buildup and extra product. When choosing a conditioner, make sure that you choose a volumizing one or a weightless conditioner. Make sure you only apply it from mid-lengths to ends and avoid your scalp. Make sure you're rinsing your conditioner thoroughly to remove any extra residue that could weigh your hair down and make it look flat. If conditioner weighs your hair down no matter what you do, try reverse washing. Apply your conditioner first, then rinse it. Then apply your lightweight shampoo, let it sit, then rinse it. This will prevent your roots from getting weighed down, but leaving your ends hydrated. A little pro tip, make sure that you're using a clarifying shampoo at least twice a month. This will remove any extra buildup and reset your volume. Just make sure that you're using a professional one, especially if you have color-treated hair. Product mistake number 2. Using too much or too heavy products. You want to avoid using thicker creams and heavy oils. While they are good for adding moisture, protecting hair from heat, and adding shine, they are just too heavy for fine hair. I know what you're saying, but Chery, I have dry, damaged hair. What am I supposed to do? I need the oil. I need the moisture. This is what you're going to do instead. You want to choose a lightweight lotion, not a cream. Also, opt for sprays. These are going to be a lot more lightweight and less likely to leave extra residue. If your hair is dry and does need extra moisture, opt for a very lightweight oil and make sure that you are placing it strategically and not from roots to ends. You also want to avoid mousse, gel, and heavy volumizing sprays, especially at the root. While their job is meant for volume, these products are too heavy for your root, and they end up weighing your roots down instead of lifting it. For your roots, you want to make sure you're choosing something that's root specific, like something that actually says a root boost or a root volume spray. Those are typically in the safe zone, but not always. And definitely make sure you leave the mousse to the ends. Mousses on the roots are way too heavy, and they will actually cause your hair to go flat faster. To be safe, my suggestion is to use a lightweight texture or volume spray after your hair is dry. These products are easier to control, and when used properly, they will not weigh your hair down. Next mistake, not using dry shampoo correctly or preventatively. Waiting until your hair looks greasy instead of preventing the oil from building up from the start can leave your hair looking limp and weighed down. What you want to do instead is apply dry shampoo on freshly cleaned hair, not just when it starts to look oily. This absorbs the oil before it even happens, keeping your hair fresher, fuller, longer. All right, next mistake, using hairspray the wrong way. Spray your hairspray upward to prevent weighing your hair down. For fringe or face framing pieces, use your hand as a shield while spraying. Then hold the section in place as it cools to maintain the lift. And with all these products, application matters. When applying your products, especially to wet hair, you're going to want to make sure that you're applying it in light layers. If you have extremely fine or thin hair, I have a little hack for you. Try misting your volumizing products on your brush and then brushing it in. This is going to give you a more weightless volume. This little trick distributes the hair evenly and lightly while still providing that extra lift. Next up, styling mistakes. The first mistake is sleeping with your hair wet. I know you think you're doing good because you're air drying your hair, but sleeping with your hair wet flattens your hair and makes your hair look greasy by morning. I'm actually going to read you something because I really want this to sink in. When hair is wet, it releases a natural oil called sebum. Sleeping with wet hair traps these oils against the scalp, leading to increased greasiness. Additionally, the moisture from wet hair can promote growth of bacteria and yeast on the scalp, which can further contribute to greasiness. Now, let that sink in a little bit. Always dry your hair before you go to bed. And if you must sleep with damp hair, make sure that you at least blow dry your roots. Next, we're going to talk about blow drying mistakes that kill volume. Skipping the round brush and not over directing. Blow drying your hair straight down instead of lifting it flattens your roots, leaving your hair lifeless and limp. If you really want to go for a nice voluminous look, make sure that you're sectioning your hair and using a round brush. Make sure to focus the heat more at the roots and then set it with cool air. Which brings me to the next mistake. Not using the cool shot button to set volume. Your volume can collapse as it cools if it's not set properly. Once each section is dry, blast it with cool air and hold it in place and allow it to cool, and this will actually set the volume. I'm actually going to demonstrate these blow drying tips in the next clip. And if you're still here, congratulations. You've actually made it to the secret product reveal. This stuff is like volume in a bottle, and I swear it's my new obsession. Here you go. It is called Lotta Body Setting Lotion. This stuff is like $5 at Sally's, $8 maybe on Amazon. Run, do not walk, and thank me later. Just watch for yourself. I just started blow drying my hair and I'm already like super impressed with this product. I was not planning on doing like a little demo or tutorial about how to blow dry your hair, but I want to show you how amazing this product is. All right, let me show you. All right, wait for it. I mean, excuse me, ma'am. Check that out. I mean, let's just finish this off. Since this did turn into a little tutorial, I am using a nylon brush because it is a lot easier to work with and it allows you to like comb through your hair instead of like a traditional or bristle brush, which I do absolutely love, but it's not as easy to use for somebody who is not a professional. Now my Dyson has the worst cool shot button, so I'm gonna let it cool. Your blow dryer probably has one on there, so hit it with a cool shot button. That will set the volume. Then, well, there you go. Holy crap. I mean, wow. Another little tip, take your round brush, over direct it, and then hold it really tight. This is going to give you extra volume. Take it out, do a little brush through, go ahead and roll it all the way down. I have my blow dryer on the second heat setting, and as long as you have a proper heat protectant, that is totally fine. And absolutely, you have to have a nozzle on your blow dryer. Do not ever, let me repeat, do not ever use a blow dryer without a nozzle and directly touch your hair. You will fry your hair off eventually. If you want, go back in just at the root, sit it again. Let that sit. I mean, it's so freaking soft and light and bouncy. It's amazing. Excuse me. We will not leave that like that, but just, I mean, the volume, geez Louise. I'm gonna do one more going back in this little area that tends to get flat. All right, so to be honest, I would not wear my hair like this. I'm gonna do little tweaks, but just, can you appreciate the volume that just this one product has done? I mean, literally, I have not put anything else in my hair. You know, if you are somebody that like loves that extra, I mean, this is not becoming on me whatsoever. Obviously, I need to cover my forehead, but like, I would just literally manipulate it and like spray it. But unfortunately, we need forehead coverage. You can take it from here and do whatever you want. And I will come back when I'm finished styling. I hope you guys learned a little something with my impromptu video. Next up, we have haircut mistakes. The wrong haircut can absolutely make your hair look thinner. Too many layers can make your hair look less dense, while too much weight at the ends can drag your hair down, making it look flat and lifeless. For fullness, choose a blunt cut to maintain structure and density at the bottom. For movement without losing volume, ask for invisible layers or interior layers. This removes the bulk while keeping the ends looking full and polished. A little pro tip: make sure you go to a stylist who specializes in thin and fine hair. They will know how to create volume and movement without sacrificing your density. Best way to find a hairstylist is by asking someone who has very similar hair as you, whose hair you actually like. Personal recommendations are the best way to find a hairstylist who truly understands your hair. I know how frustrating fine hair can be. I've struggled with it my entire life, but trust me, these tips really do work. And if you need any product recommendations, I'd be more than happy to give you my professional opinion. Just let me know in the comments. If you actually watched the whole thing and caught the secret product, comment "I found it." And if you missed it, well, you're gonna have to start over. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help support my channel. And share it with a friend who has fine, thin hair. And do not forget to hit subscribe so you do not miss out on any more of my beauty tips. And I'll see you in the next one.